Candace Owens is responded to Stephen. Of course she would, right? I mean, how could she not?
Familiar.
And here it is.
With the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Things should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Oh, my children have a right to privacy.
He even sent me a retrospectively very flirty message thereafter on Instagram about how nice I looked on election night, even though I didn't respond to it.
Drop those receipts, girl.
Please,
I'm
let me
obsessed
see
with
the
that.
DMs.
Let me know more.
I need those
Give me.
DMs now.
We got to get her in here. Tea time.
That'd be the funniest friend of the show ever to make, Candace Owens.
Yeah, I don't think
Maybe we can win her over.
Don't think that's happening.
Maybe I could pay whatever Daily Wire's paying her. Maybe I can double it and give her a show over here. Yeah, right.
New member of the crew,
She's
Candace Owens.
She's probably making like $10 million a year.
Yeah, and nobody watches her show either. Yeah, I can't afford that.
Crowder's Instagram account, and I looked to see, and it turned out that she didn't follow Steven Crowder, and that Steven Crowder didn't follow her. He didn't follow anybody in her family, and she wasn't following any.
So
I'm sorry, that is me. I do that shit all the time. Sorry.
Go look for
Keep
people's
going.
follows.
So she's making a valid point. She says, "Look, I didn't know you're divorced. You guys stopped following each other on Instagram. I mean, what does that mean?
It
You
means
know,
everything.
Although she was talking so confidently about it.
That's how people learn that people break ups. They check, and then they're given an answer.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, clues were out there, Stevie boy, is the point. Okay, you're not special. Nobody cares about your pasty single ass loser idiot.
Anybody in his family. That was my aha moment. Clearly, there was some sort of a separation. Now, I will not take that lightly, okay? I am not Hillary Crowder. I am not anybody in his family. I am not going to take somebody going onto his platform and alleging that I either harassed, threatened, or did anything that would put his children at risk. That is very serious stuff that he is saying.
I mean, she's not wrong.
This is why I was saying, I was like nodding along with this clip. It's like, what? Like,
She is not wrong at all. This man straight up implied that she wanted to in a way, hurt his kids, like physically.
Yeah, he
was on some weird
emphasized
shit.
physical safety 3 times.
And so what I did this morning after this clip was sent to me is I contacted a defamation lawyer, and I am sending Steven Crowder a cease and desist. And I'm going to demand a full-throated retraction to the idea that Candace Owens threatened him or extorted him. And not, it seems to me...
Yeah, I mean, minus if he just has an email from her saying, if you don't do this, then this. There's no way she actually extorted him. I don't think what she said rises to
Stephen, that you really, for whatever reason, want to insert me into this narrative. Like,
You know what?
there is
And
just something about
I feel
me
like
that
if
you
he
are
had that, he
hyper-focused
would have
on.
shared that.
Oh, of course.
Because we know that he records his phone calls, and we know that he's willing to leak private conversations. If you had that, why wouldn't you share that?
He doesn't have it.
Because now the information's out. So there's nothing to lose, right? Like, you are telling the world that you're getting divorced. So if you have evidence of somebody trying to blackmail you, they no longer have the leverage over you. Why not just share that? And we know that he would. So
100%.
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It seems to me, Stephen, that you really, for whatever reason, want to insert me into this narrative. Like, there is just something about me that you are hyper-focused on. And so I want to help you a bit. And really, I want to help your wife, because you essentially just used your
Ex-wife.
platform. Millions of people have access to your platform. She doesn't have the same. To insult her.
True.
You picked the wrong woman.
Okay, girl, pop off, Candy.
Why is she based right now?
Okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Snapping for you, girl.
Literally. Me
We
too.
love her now.
Love her now.
Tomorrow we'll hate her, but
Tomorrow we'll
now
hate her,
We
absolutely.
like her. We like her.
Okay, so here's what I would like to do. I would like to invite Hillary Crowder onto my platform.
Let's fucking
because she doesn't
go.
have one.
It's funny.
Let me get my
Her
popcorn.
ex-husband.
She's obviously not going to take the opportunity, but it is a funny jab.
I
Steven.
hope she does.
Dude, there's no way.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is a way.
That would be way too good to be true, man. But it is very funny. She's really good at getting under people's skin.
I mean, Daily Wire could be like, "We'll pay for your divorce attorney."
That's true. They have crazy
you come
money.
on our show. Like, I'm sure they gladly do that.
You know what? That's fire. That's a good
He
idea.
just used his to insult her, to say that he picked the wrong woman. I find that to be really despicable.
Good
so,
for you.
Hillary Crowder, if you are watching, you are more than welcome to come on my show and to talk about what's actually going on.
Love her for that.
Please accept the invitation, please.
But yeah, I mean, Candy's not wrong on this one. She's right. I mean, there was no need for you to bring her up in your video.
There really
Candy.
wasn't. Like, just, this information came out, and so he felt the need to address it, I guess, on the show. Frankly, he could have just put out a statement or something that, unfortunately, my wife and I are being divorced. It's not my choice, yada, yada. You know what I mean? But he decided to do it on video, and then, yeah, just like she said, just for some reason, rope her into the conversation. Just like, wasn't needed.
But and at the same time, being like, I don't want to talk about this. I just wanted to go away in the interest of my kids. And
Right.
then you're doing something that's obviously going to provoke further drama. You know what I'm saying? There's some donos I want to read. Midas Touch just says Midas Touch. Oh, AI music videos are getting insane. Search DSL Ready Set Go. Okay, thank you. Jayati Dutt says, can I please get a shout out for my boyfriend Ben? We love Ben, don't we,
Benny.
folks? I'm in your walls, Ben.
It's me.
Nick Clark says, much like Ethan stealing hairlines, David is stealing windows to the soul. Interesting. Carolyn Williams, can I get a shout for my 22nd birthday? Carolyn Williams, I'm 22. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Sorry, I just want to acknowledge everybody. Nick Clark, his liberal twin, Hassan Piker. Dude, I've seen Photoshops where they look pretty similar.
I hate to say it, but
They look a little... I mean, obviously, Hassan's way more handsome, but because
yeah.
Crowder's
There's
like,
a little bit of like a mirror universe thing going on there, though.
There was
Sure.
one of me as Tim Pool and Hassan.
That
as
was
Crowder.
so funny.
Jayadi says, can I get a shout out for Ben Shakti and Henry? Yes, you can.
You sure can.
Did I already do the shout out by reading it, or do I need to like add? Ben Shakti and Henry. Ben Shakti Henry. Ben Shakti Henry. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys. Sorry if I missed your donation. I've been captivated. Oh yeah, here. I don't know if I showed this in. It is quite fucking disturbing, but take it for what it is. Bizarro universe.
It's powerful. This is a powerful image. It really is. It's like, holy
It
fuck.
is quite unsettling, I will say.
I hate to say, like, I feel like a different conservative grifter is a better fit for you. Like, I know you're known for the beanie, but if anybody, I'm the bald guy with the beanie. Like, I'm Tim Pool in the situation, right?
I'll let you be Tim Pool. I don't want that I don't want that comparison.
I wonder if there's another one out there that's
A better
fit.
one?
Some curly-headed
Thor.
conservative grifter that matches up with your whole vibe.
Jim Brewer?
Oh, God.
Anyway, funny stuff. Moving on. There's a lot more to get to, actually. There's all kinds of little wrinkles in here. Here's a bunch of memes of people dunking on Crowder. All of them just fantastic. Pentagon, hexagon, octagon. My wife is gone. And again, his wife left him,
Right.
which is pathetic and sad.
My wife went out for pizza without me.
Even worse, man. She went for pizza and never came back, quartering. My wife is leaving me. Change her mind. Please, I'm begging you. This man was out here arguing with college students while his wife was like...
Out the door.
She was like, I fucking can't stand this dude. I need a divorce.
Oh, no, people are saying you're... Oh, no,
Go ahead. You can
there's
say
a
it.
consensus on who your mirror universe is.
It's okay. Go ahead.
It's Jeremy.
No, it's not. It's not Jeremy.
Everyone's saying quartering. There's a lot of quartering in the chat.
That's...
I'm so sorry. I'm not happy about being Tim Pool. Like,
I'd rather be Tim Pool than
But I'm just
Quarter.
trying to be real about it, right?
I would rather be Tim Pool than Quarter. Anybody
Really?
but Jeremy. Jeremy's a fucking... That man shits and pisses on the floor of his own house.
I feel like his heart on the inside. He's
Softy.
a softie.
Quartering is a low IQ inbred loser.
I need to believe that.
That's how I feel about him. Say that again.
That's the best soundbite.
Look, I'm 40. I'm tired, sweaty. I'm fat.
I
I'm
do feel
overweight.
that. I
The
feel that.
quartering is a low IQ inbred loser.
That was the
Don't
title
go
of one
hard
of
on
our
yourself, Jeremy.
highlights that I guess he had a problem with for some reason.
I don't know why.
Listen, listen up, liberals. My wife left me. Oh shit, that's funny.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's good. Here is a clip of every time Crowder has dressed up in drag over the past 2 years, when this divorce proceeding's been happening. Let's see. Here he is. Let's see. Let's count the number of times.
I just don't understand why you can't be a guy who prefers men over women and also not like to pay high taxes. Hey, I can be bisexual and also want lower taxes. I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head. That was a short phase.
Whoa, milkers. Whoa. That's like a lot of times. Dude.
Yeah, as this video went on, kind of shocking how many times it is. Which is like, it's fine and it can be fun to do.
That's my
We've done it
LARPing
on the
system.
show. You've dressed in drag on the show. It's not a problem.
But like this many times for someone who is expressly transphobic.
Yes.
Is a little bit, and like he is like way in character.
He's method.
He's method as fuck, bro.
I'd say this is the first time he's not in character.
So that's a whole compilation of Steven in drag.
Everyone's saying, I see people saying he looks so happy there.
He does.
That's what I'm saying.
He does.
That was sincere happiness.
These quartering highlight titles. I don't know why Jeremy has a problem with these highlight titles. The quartering one, pooped his pants. 2, pees in his basement. 3, has a crotch rot.
You know, you get that crotch rot.
And then this is the one that he really hated. The quartering as a low IQ inbred loser.
Quartering is a low IQ inbred loser.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
This
Right
is why
on the
the
nose.
highlights channel is like a haven for haters.
Oh, shit.
Just,
We have
in
so
the
much fun with
drain.
those titles, though, don't we?
Yeah.
That's right.
That is fun.
Oh my God.
Oh, we have a
came out.
Saudi fan who says, big fan, but the Saudi slander is always so unoriginal and inaccurate to the country's progress. Saudi women religiously and legally have more rights. Just saying. Okay.
Sure.
More progressive than Crowder.
Sure.
I gotta say, I do get messages every time from Saudi fans like, how dare you? Like, I don't fucking know. I'm not in the Discord.
Hold on. Listen, I'm not saying anything about our lovely Saudi fans, and we do have some. I remember we had a caller from Saudi Arabia a while ago that was real interesting. But can women get a divorce in Saudi Arabia? Let's ask ChatGPT, who's more progressive. Okay, it says yes, women in Saudi Arabia can get a divorce. However, the process can be more difficult for women compared to men because of Islamic law. There are a few ways a woman can initiate a divorce. Kula, this is a form of divorce initiated by the wife where she returns her dowry. Talak al-Tafid. In some marriage contracts, a husband may delegate his right to initiate divorce to his wife, allowing her to end the marriage. Okay, good terms. They negotiated favorable terms. Fask, this is a judicial divorce granted by the court due to specific circumstances, such as husband's impotence. Yo, that's crazy. Desertion or cruelty. The wife must provide evidence. So what, you got to take a pic of his flaccid dick. Talak, a husband can unilaterally divorce his wife by pronouncing talak 3 times. You just say it 3 times? Talak, talak, talak. However, a husband divorces his wife this way, she can also file for a judicial divorce to seek her rights. Okay, so it sounds like, more liberal than Crowder's dream situation. Here's another. You guys want to see more Crowder or quartering titles? The quartering's perverted search history exposed. I mean, that's just very technical. That one's not even that mean.
Why do you care?
I'm just interested in you, Jeremy. I find you interesting.
I'm not long for this planet.
Yeah, there it is.
Nah, bro, I don't like Jeremy either.
So moving on, here's some old tweets of Steven's that are coming back to haunt him since he is now a divorced dad. Here he is in 2022. This is during his divorce drama. Seems to be a direct comment on his wife. Women are doing less work at home. They're unhappier. Divorce rates are skyrocketing, and men don't want to marry them. Great job, feminism. Somehow it's just not his fault, is it?
Right. It was your wife who didn't want to be married to you anymore.
Because she has more time on her hands because she's doing less work at home. And so she has more time. She thinks that she's entitled to her own happiness.
Wow, what a freak.
Freak ass. And she votes.
No.
Great job, feminism. I'm sure Crowder blames feminism for his wife leaving him. Bro, this is why your wife left you, brother. This right here. There's more, of course. That's it. Ranting about no-fault divorces. Here he is again. This is last year around the same time. Yes, it's tragic. Steven Crowder With Roe overturned, the right to same-sex marriage should be next, he says.
Have the right to regulate same-sex marriage. You know why?
Go ahead with the sad music. I think it's very fitting.
Because states have different divorce laws.
State issue.
Oh, it's no-fault divorce, which, by the way, means that in many of these states, if a woman cheats on you, she leaves, she takes half.
Yeah, that's how, it sucks that she cheated on you, Steven, but it's still her life. You guys got married. It's like you complain about the contract. This is the contract. You guys are, you're together. She's entitled to that. If she's at home taking care of your fucking kids without your absent deadbeat ass, she gets half, bro. What do you want her? You're the mother of your kids to go starve? Scumbag? Dad? Let's focus on the fact she cheated on you. That's bad enough. The fact that she gets half kind of makes sense to me, Steven. He goes, I don't want her to work, but also she's not entitled to half. Which way do you want it, dude? You can't have it both ways. Yeah, it's sad. It is tragic.
Yeah. By the way, I think that states should have the right to regulate same-sex marriage. You know why? Because states have different divorce laws.
State issue.
Oh, it's no-fault divorce, which, by the way, means that in many of these states, if a woman cheats on you, she leaves, she takes half.
I think his wife, it's a little on the nose. Because this was right when divorce was happening.
So it's not no fault. It's the fault of the man.
I was about to say.
And that's why
The money is not about whose fault it is. It's fair. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, brother.
Look, you can argue till you're blue in the face. Even the women who separate yourself from feminists, well, she is entitled to 40%. 40% of young men don't want to get married.
Thins out the hurt a little bit.
What do you want? Do you want to be able to get married? Or do you want to be living hussy for the rest of your life? There's going to have to be a compromise. There need to be changes to marital laws.
Dude, he's so crazy. His argument is, I need you to stay at home and work, but if we get divorced, you get nothing. Then why the fuck should she be at home raising the kids? She should be out getting her own job then and living her own life. God, he's so pathetic. Why would she leave him? I just don't get it.
And I'm not even talking about same-sex marriage. Talking about divorce laws, talking about alimony laws, talking about child support laws. Men now don't want to get married. It's a raw deal for a lot of them. And I'm not on board with the men's rights activists who believe that they shouldn't be held accountable for any, certainly not on board with the pickup culture, the idea of one-night stands, not at all. But I am saying that there does need to be a give and take to all legal contracts. That's not the case in many of these no-fault divorce states. So
Dude, he is talking about his own divorce. It's tragic. I mean, it's really breaking my heart. His wife probably found Brad the Bull one night and
Thanks for taking care of her, bro.
in the stable, and he took her for the ride of her life.
Somebody said she's getting louder without Crowder.
Right.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Right.
Shout out Yee Boy for that one.
It's hard to interpret this monologue any other way. Again, June 24th, 2022. This was during, after he said the divorce stuff started.
Yeah.
It was in June.
That's what I said.
Wow. Yeah, it was.
I don't know why it's outlandish to say, well, this state can make it no fault, and this state can say that if you cheat, you forfeit your right to the division of property, and states can't say, by the way, these are the qualifications for marriage, namely a man and a woman. I don't know. Again, legally, you may not like it.
Not your fault.
But it seems to me that it should be a state issue. I want the state as uninvolved in marriage as possible.
Yes.
So then,
Not your fault.
okay, so the state shouldn't be involved, yet at the same time, the state should compel my wife to stay with me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird, right?
If the state's not involved, then she could just leave at any time. But then he's saying, well, if she leaves me, then she should be forced to stay with me because she would be financially destitute without me, which was a lot of the reason why women stayed in these horrific relationships back in the day, because they had no financial freedom. So this is what Steven wants. That makes sense. Where sure, you can leave, but what are you going to do? You're going to be homeless. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give you a penny. Oh, Steven. Stevie.
Thanks for taking care of her, bro.
I honestly, it's a covenant. As a Christian, it's a covenant between you, your wife, or your husband, and God. It didn't say, and thou shalt go to the courthouse and give half. Thou shalt have joint ally bank accounts. You know what I mean? It ends up, unfortunately, it's destroyed the institution of marriage for young Christian men. How many?
I mean, you can do that, right? Like, you don't have to get legally married. You could just go to church and tie the knot like a religious wedding and cohabitate.
Absolutely.
That's
Well, there's two marriage distinctions, right? There's religious, and then there's a state.
right, like a civil.
Yeah,
marriage.
civil
Right.
recognition.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Steven Crowder, even living together, there's a common law marriage where so people like Steven Crowder can't fucking
Right, I guess
destroy
yeah.
his significant other's life and hold them hostage essentially in a horrible marriage, which is what he has said he wants to do. That's awesome, man.
Chats do we get? How many emails do we get? And there hasn't been a show that's been more pro-institution of marriage than this program. And how many?
And yet
messages do we
here
get
I
from
am.
Christian men going like, yeah, but I'm really afraid to do this because I live in a state where even if she cheats on me and she leaves, I have to pay half and I have to pay alimony. And we go like,
why are you so worried about her cheating on you? Like, why are you so insecure? If marriage is so beautiful and holy, just trust the process, brother.
I get it. It's a raw deal where I'm almost at the point of advocating you get married in the church as a covenant.
That's it.
And
Good
just
idea.
ignore the state at that point. Because you guys should be together because you make a covenant before God, which should be stronger than the state. It shouldn't be about property and tax benefits. Unfortunately, I understand why it is. Because we wanted to create a nuclear family as a building block for society here. But I don't understand. People act as though it's this travesty. If states can determine all kinds of marital laws, why can't states determine? They can determine what qualifies for a marriage in many other facets. They can say, well, you can't marry someone. Why? Because you're already married, so you can't marry a second one. You say, oh, okay, that's fine. They can say, hey, you can't take half. Why? Because you cheated, so you don't get to divide half at this.
That's got nothing to do with the half. She cheated on him, bro. He's obsessed with this. She cheated. This girl cheated. She wants
Maybe.
half. Sounds like she got some strange dick, bro. And it sounds like he was able to get hard. Steven probably fucking eats Cialis for breakfast, or what is it called? Cialis? It's like a Viagra thing.
Oh, Cialis?
Cialis.
Oh, yeah.
Wear this wig and talk in a deep voice, baby. It's my birthday.
Point. Okay, but then another state says, I don't care that she cheated. She can take half or he can take half if she's the primary earner. If they can do that, why can't they say, well, you can't get married? Why? Because you both have dicks.
What a loser.
Jesus Christ.
Unhappy marriages are worse for children than happy separated co-parents, says Evie. 100%. At a certain point, as bad as divorce is, at a certain point, it's going to be better for the kid to not be around two people that hate each other as the model of love for them to look up to. That's like lifelong trauma. Here he keeps going on about it. On the day he tweeted this, Crowder also tweeted another thing on Twitter. This is from, again, September 8th, 2022. I just wish women understood how much men love them and want. This is like weird, nice guy school shooter shit.
Yeah, for real.
I just wish women understood how much men love them and want them to be the woman they were designed to be. Dude, you are so fucking divorced, bitch.
I'm gonna need to start being the woman I was designed to
Yeah.
be. I don't think that I'm fulfilling that prophecy yet.
Again, this is
One day.
This is while the divorce
Work on
is
it.
happening. And he's wondering, how could she leave me? What was she designed to be? Like a fuckhole? I mean, like genuinely, what was a woman designed to be? That implies that she has some function or purpose by design. Like
She was designed to not leave him.
Right.
just to be a fuckhole. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that's very vulgar, but like, what's the biological design of women in Crowder's mind?
I'm guessing he means to obey.
Yeah. Obey
So
your,
we're
obey your
fuckable.
husband, clean the house, cook the meals, raise the kids.
Never oppose. Don't have your own thoughts.
Let me borrow your clothes sometimes and
Mhm.
try them on. Your heels.
Don't tell on me when you find me in your panties.
Put on little plays together. Make
Mhm.
little movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the gay club together just because I like that the guys aren't hitting on you. You feel insecure.
Right.
Great song selections too.
Right.
Great songs to
exactly.
dance
The
to.
cocktails are insane at
Yeah.
the gay club.
Yeah.
They're so good there. I hate those gays, but man, they make a mean cocktail. Did I say cock? Yeah, this man is psychotic. Stevie. This is why like white Christian nationalists think that they're being like being counter they think they're down and out. They're like, yo, what happened to this great world where nobody could fuck with us?
Wow, what a fucking nightmare.
You're saying that I can be a total psycho scumbag piece of shit and my wife can actually leave me? Like, there's consequences? Dude, the system is rigged against me. No.
The state needs to change that.
Right. It's so sad. It's so tragic. He put out another video about no-fault divorce. He's obviously he's talked about this so many times. And these are all recent. Here's a clip from September 7th, 2022.
It's not your fault.
Same day as that last tweet.
Statistically, it is undeniable.
It is his fault, Robin. Don't tell him it's not his fault. It is his fault. It's fault.
That women, they spend the awful old days, as they show in that trailer. Women spend less time on household chores now. It's fallen by 44% since 1976.
What a tragedy.
Hey, good.
Like, if you're bothered by that, you fucking lost that life, bro.
Oh my God.
You lost that life.
Your fault.
It's your fault. Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
Good. The evil oppression of men asking you to help clean a house, which is...
They probably, because they're all fucking got jobs, bro. It's nice that you're like a billionaire based on just being racist. Women have jobs, dude.
Also yours, and he likely pays for. Hey, good. You don't have to clean. Thanks, Roomba.
Oh my God, he's so angry.
So mad.
What the fuck is his deal with Roomba? It's taking the women's jobs. The Roomba, they're taking all the women's jobs.
of sweeping the floor of my house.
We must abolish Roomba.
A Roomba is like a fucking Terminator for him.
The state needs to do something about those Roombas.
What's next? The Roomba's gonna fuck my wife too? He's so exposing himself in all these videos.
But here's the thing. As their household chores and duties have fallen down, because that's what oppresses women, we have study after study after study. Here's one by the American Economic Association showing that women are more unhappy than ever. Here's a quote. The lives of women in the United States have improved over the past 35 years by many objective measures, yet we show that measures of subjective well-being indicate that women's happiness has declined both absolutely, here's the thing, both absolutely and relative to men. You know what else we have now as a byproduct of feminism? Men won't get married. You have an entire generation of men.
I find this a little bit dubious, this stat he cited. Paradox of declining female happiness. All sources available in description. The lives of women in the United States have improved over the last 35 years by many objective measures, yet we show that measures of subjective well-being indicate that women's happiness has declined. Is it possible that all have declined? Oh, she says relative to men. Decline in relative well-being is found across various data sets, measures of subjective well-being, demographic groups, and industrial countries. Relative decline in female happiness have eroded a gender gap in happiness in which women in the 1970s reported higher subjective well-being than men did. These declines have continued, and a new gender gap is emerging, one with higher subjective well-being for men? I'd like to check the veracity of those claims. You know? Did you ask ChatGPT?
If Steven Crowder is citing a statistic, it's like a 99.9% chance that he's misinterpreting.
From PragerU.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe.
Adult incest.
What's your argument? Relative to men. You know what else we have now as a byproduct of feminism? Men won't get married. You have an entire...
Men are not marrying because, for many men, the reward for getting married far less than they used to be, while the cost and dangers of it are far higher. That sounds like extremely biased in the way it was written. What do you mean less rewarding? Millions of men no longer want to get married, and you can thank the government for that. Yeah, I wonder who wrote this article.
Your fault. Generation of men who are refusing to get married. The last number I heard, I'm going by rote, I believe was 30-something%. It was nearing 40-something%. And women say, I don't care, I don't need a man, till they realize they're hitting that age where that window is closing. Biology is real, despite what Cosmo tells you. So women are doing
22.
less work at home. They're doing less work at home. They're getting more angry. They're more unhappy. Divorce rates are skyrocketing. And men don't want to marry you, also because of feminist divorce
Thank you for
laws,
doing your part for that, Stephen. You're doing your part.
Your fault.
Your fault. I love that. It's my favorite right now. Wow. I can't imagine why she left him, man.
Weird.
Can't imagine it. Tracking down clips of Stephen. Oh, this guy's been doing all of God's work. Tracking down clips of Stephen talking about divorce on the show. We've seen all these.
I included all the good ones in the doc, but I mean, honestly, I feel like we get the idea.
Well, let's one more.
That women, they spend the awful old days, as they show in that trailer. Women spend less time on household chores now. It's fallen by 44% since 1976.
Okay, dude, I
the
get it.
same one.
Like, yeah, just fucking wash the dishes, bro. It's not that serious. So that's kind of what's going on there. But then the gossip continues. His ex-leprechaun, Dave Landau, who we've made fun of. Dave is not funny or interesting, so I'm not surprised that they fired him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dave.
He apparently was considered, the peak of comedy on the show, though. So it seems like it was a loss.